Welcome to my Chanel Value Old Coins. Today videos is one you won't to miss. We're diving into the world of coins, so let's get it started. The 1983 Lincoln cent, commonly referred to as a penny, is a small but historically significant coin minted by the United States Mint during a pivotal period in American coinage history. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary coin, featuring the well-known profile of President Abraham Lincoln, the words, "In God We Trust," inscribed across the top, the word liberty to the left, and the date 1983 on the right side of Lincoln's portrait. However, beneath its simple copper-plated zinc surface lies a story rich in historical context, economic change, and numismatic intrigue. The coin's reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, flanked by the words, United States of America above, and 1 cent below, with the phrase e pluribus unum positioned between the memorial and the upper text. While over 14 billion of these coins were minted, making it extremely common. Certain details about the 1983 penny make it noteworthy among collectors and historians alike. The story of the 1983 Lincoln cent begins with the transition in composition that occurred just 1 year earlier. Until 1982, Lincoln cents were primarily made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but due to rising copper prices, the United States Mint opted to switch to a copper-plated zinc plancher, consisting of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, to save production costs. This change marked the end of a 170-year tradition of copper-based cents. And starting mid-1982, both copper and zinc cents were produced. However, by 1983, the transition was complete, and every Lincoln cent struck that year was made using the new zinc-based composition. This switch also affected the coin's weight. The traditional copper cent weighed 3.11 grams, while the new zinc version weighed only 2.5 grams. The obverse design of the 1983 cent features a right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. This was the first time a real person appeared on a regular issue American coin, a significant departure from the allegorical figures of liberty that had previously dominated U.S. coinage. Above Lincoln's head is the national motto, "In God We Trust," while to the left appears the word liberty, symbolizing one of the founding ideals of the United States. The date, 1983, appears to the right of Lincoln, sometimes accompanied by a mint mark denoting the facility where the coin was produced. Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, or San Francisco, S. However, it's worth noting that in 1983, San Francisco only struck proof coins intended for collectors. The reverse design, crafted by Frank Gasparo, depicts the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., a powerful symbol of national unity and a tribute to the 16th president's enduring legacy. This design had been in use since 1959, replacing the earlier wheat ears reverse that marked the first 50 years of the Lincoln cent. In the Lincoln Memorial design, a sharp eye can even detect a tiny representation of the seated Lincoln statue between the columns, an exquisite detail that reflects Gasparo's commitment to realism and artistic precision. The United States of America, e pluribus unum, out of many one, and 1 cent reinforce the coin's identity and patriotic undertones. What makes the 1983 Lincoln cent particularly interesting to numismatists is the emergence of notable errors and varieties, the most famous being the 1983 double die reverse, DDR. This error features noticeable doubling on the reverse lettering, especially on 1 cent, United States of America, and e pluribus unum. The doubling is a result of a misalignment during the die creation process, where the die was impressed twice slightly off alignment, producing a visible doubling effect on the struck coins. These coins are scarce and highly sought after, with mint state examples fetching hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on condition and clarity of the doubling. Another important numismatic consideration involves the rare 1983 copper cent, which exists due to minting anomalies. Although the official composition had fully transitioned to zinc by 1983, a few 1983 cents were somehow struck on leftover copper planchers from 1982. These transitional errors are extremely rare and weigh 3.11 grams instead of 2.5 grams. When authenticated, these copper 1983 cents can command thousands of dollars in the collector market. Because the coins are visually identical, The only way to determine the metal content is by weighing them precisely on a scale accurate to hundredths of a gram. In terms of mintage, the U.S. Mint struck a staggering number of Lincoln cents in 1983, reflecting their everyday use in commerce. The Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 7.75 billion cents, while the Denver Mint contributed another 6.45 billion, making the total well over 14 billion coins. Additionally, the San Francisco Mint struck over 3 million proof coins, which are typically of higher quality and sold directly to collectors in mint sets. Despite these high mintage numbers, only a small fraction have survived in pristine, mint state, MS65 or higher condition, and fewer still possess the striking errors or varieties that increase a coin's value exponentially. From a collector's standpoint, the average 1983 penny without errors or exceptional quality has minimal numismatic value due to its sheer abundance. In circulated condition, it remains worth face value, just 1 cent. However, uncirculated examples in excellent condition, especially those graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, can bring modest premiums. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint also hold collector appeal, though they are distinguishable by their mirror-like finish and are generally preserved in sets. Yet, it's the discovery of errors, like the double die reverse or copper plancher variants, that can transform this otherwise common coin into a treasured rarity. In summary, the 1983 Lincoln cent embodies more than just a token of everyday commerce. It is a coin that captures a turning point in American minting history, marking the full adoption of cost-saving materials amid rising metal prices and inflation. It also underscores the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln, whose visage has graced the coin for over a century. Whether examined through the lens of history, design, economics, or error-spotting intrigue, the 1983 penny serves as a compelling case study for both seasoned collectors and casual enthusiasts. Its legacy continues to echo in the world of numismatics, where even the smallest coin can tell a story of innovation, transition, and discovery.